life before Rooted, I was raised in the church all my life. I accepted Christ as a young 7-year-old girl that was just full of hopes and dreams, and I wanted to live my life for Jesus, and pretty much maintained that throughout my teenage years and then into my adult life. I got married and I had my daughter, and just, life was pretty normal for any Christian person. And then through my life, I had struggles sharing my story because it, to some people, would seem boring. To me, it seemed boring. And I think I let that kind of get a hold of me and just kind of intimidate me that maybe I don't really have something to share. When we came to Rooted, and I took it for the first time, I was amazed at how easy it was for me to share my story with the group of people. There were people I never met before at this church, and that was very encouraging to me because I wanted to get to know all the different groups and the different people here at Cedars. And one of the things I loved about it so much was the confidentiality, and that it was a safe place to share your story. And basically, as you walk through Rooted, it teaches you to share your story and to tell people your experiences. You never know what you're going to say to someone else that will encourage them, that will be just what they needed to hear. I think the Holy Spirit really works in that way and causes you to grow, causes you to feel heard and to be able to be honest with people, to really be authentic and share your story. So there's many ways that you can actually get involved in Rooted. You can be in person, as that was my first way that I took Rooted. We met with a group of about 8 people. That was a great experience. My first experience was awesome. My second experience with Rooted was my husband and I co-facilitated a Rooted group during COVID that was a Zoom call. And that was wonderful as well. I got to meet 2 couples that I didn't know one of them at all, and I didn't know the others very well, but it wound up being a really great way to do Rooted and still, maintain our social distance and things like that. I was kind of concerned at first, how in depth will we be able to get, over a Zoom call, but it was just the same as being in person and being together in a room. It was wonderful to get to know these 2 couples and to share our lives and find out how much we had in common. And so Rooted really gave me a chance to get to know 2 couples that I would have really probably never got to know that well otherwise. So in Rooted, you're encouraged to share your story. If you're feeling like you might be reluctant to do that, I really encourage you to get involved in a Rooted group. As I said before, it's a totally safe place where in the beginning of Rooted, you sit down with your group and you sign a confidentiality agreement in your book. And so when you join a Rooted group, know that you're in a safe place where your story will be heard and listened to. I know this happened for me because the enemy would like nothing more than to use your story as a weapon against you, to not be willing and able to share your story. But you disarm him when you share your story and you become authentic with people. So I just encourage you to join a group, find a group, just share your life and your story with the people in your group.